Right, here we go, we're pumped. How's it going, everyone, and welcome to this video. In this one, I'm gonna give you a definitive 10-step process that I really think is gonna help a lot of people finally take action, finally shave off that thinning hair and move past that balding once and for all. Here at Baldcafe, you know we're all about helping as many guys as we can get through balding bravely, positively, just moving past it and putting it behind them and cracking on with the important things in life, right? One of the ways we do that is through obviously sharing our experiences with it, just talking about it so different people can relate to it and they find that motivating, right? For a lot of people, just seeing other people go through it and take that action is enough of a confidence boost to help them take action. But it's different for other people. So in this one, I wanted to literally put it step by step, steps that you can take to end up in that space where you can genuinely look back at the time when you were balding, obsessing over that hair falling out, look back and think, wow, you can just be in a completely different place with it, whether it's with a shaved head or whether it's just embracing the hair that you've got at the moment. And you can look back and it'll be a time that you hardly even recognize. So let's get started right. Step one, you have to realize that there is no cure for male pattern baldness, right? There are only ways to disguise it, ways that you can kind of change your hormones to slow things down, and there are surgeries that you can have that make it look like your hair has not been falling out. There is absolutely nothing in this world that is going to get you to that point where you never even recognized that your hair was falling out. It wasn't even a thing that you ever considered, and you had that perfect hair and hair loss just wasn't even an issue. There's nothing on this planet, unfortunately, that is going to be able to get you to that point. That is a fact. And also all of those methods, all of those sort of disguising methods, those methods to slow it down. Now, I'm not here to argue, you know, the varying levels of side effects, big and small, something from a greasy scalp to a loss in libido and things like that with the different hormone changes. I'm not here to argue those things. I'm here to get you to recognize the fact that a cure for male pattern baldness does not exist. There are only ways to slow it down and conceal the fact that you are losing your hair through male pattern baldness. Once you've done that, it's time to move on to step two. And step two is to really focus on the negative aspects of balding. Right, I want you to really think about how dealing with this male pattern baldness, this thinning hair, has affected your life, the negative ways it's affected you and your current lifestyle. I want you to think about the ways it might have changed your personality, it has reduced your confidence, maybe you've missed out on sporting events, maybe you're not doing hobbies that you used to enjoy, maybe it's affected your dating life negatively, maybe it's become an obsession, you're obsessing over it all the time, a constant worry in your life. You might have built up bad habits like constantly taking pictures of it, checking it in the mirror, asking people all the time about how it's looking. Again, this is going to be different for a lot of people, but I want you to really sit down and think about all the ways dealing with this hair loss, dealing with losing your hair has affected your life negatively. And it might even be a good idea to write those down, put them in a list. Times that you've missed out on, things that you used to enjoy that you can't enjoy anymore, put them down in a list, focus on the negative aspects of losing your hair. Now, step three, I want you to find someone or a few people that you can trust, right? Someone that you feel comfortable talking to and opening up about this situation. Now, I want you to sit down and I want you to tell these people, whoever it is, I want you to tell them about what you're dealing with, right? Open up. Tell these people that, hey, you know, my hair's been falling out for a while now. I'm kind of worried about it. I definitely know it's falling out, okay? Now, it might be the case that they're going to start saying, oh, no, it's fine. You know, don't worry, you can hardly notice it. If they haven't got personal experience with it, that's just a natural way for them to try and help you. Now, respect that, but just ask them, you know, politely, just say, yeah, no, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but just let me be honest about the extent that this is actually affecting me. Tell them about all those negative things, these negative ways that it's sort of affecting you, right? And then say to them, hey, I'm really thinking that maybe, you know, to combat this, I'm thinking of just shaving it off. Even if you want to say, hey, there's this guy on YouTube, or there's loads of people on YouTube that are taking this route of just kind of accepting it, shaving it off and just sort of moving on with their life, and just plant that idea in your own head and in their heads, right? Just say to them, listen, I'm trying to build myself up to this point where I can do that, I can shave it off, and when the time comes, just say to them, will you help me? You know, if I'm going to do this, I need the encouragement. I don't need people to kind of talk me out of it. All you really want here is someone to listen, right? Just be a pair of ears, almost vent to, right? Tell them about the situation and just say to them, plant that idea that when the time comes, when you're ready for it, you're going to shave it off and you might need their help to do so when the right time comes. Step 4, get yourself on Amazon or wherever you want to go and buy yourself that razor. You can get anyone. I've got loads of reviews and things like that. Different types of razors are going to suit different people, but don't obsess over which one to use. There are loads of good options out there, reasonably priced options. Get on Amazon, find yourself any pair of hair clippers that you want to use, buy them and have them at the ready. I can't tell you how many people will just suddenly wake up at like 4 a.m, middle of the night, whenever, and they think, right, I'm doing it. I've had enough of this, the time is now. And if you've got those clippers already, there's no excuses not to do it. You're fully prepared, you can go for it. Jump on Amazon, get yourself a pair of those hair clippers and have them ready and waiting. Now for step 5, I want you to think about all the positives that will come from not having to worry about your damn hair falling out. If you didn't have to deal with the hair loss stuff, right, just imagine for a second, it's gone. You've shaved your head. I want you to put it in your mind frame, right, I've shaved my head and now I don't have to obsess over this thinning hair. I don't want you to think about, oh, how good is it, is it going to look bad, how going to people react. I want you to put that stuff to the side for a minute. I just want you to think, put yourself in that frame of mind. You've done it, you've already taken that action, and now you don't have to worry about it. The hair, the thing that is making you worry, the thing that is creating all those negatives that you put down in that list earlier, you physically removed it. Now those negatives are no longer in your life. So think about the positives that are going to come from that. All of those social situations that you've been missing out on, boom, we're there, we're having fun, we're not worrying about it. All of those sporting things that you used to do. Hey, I used to play football. Hey, I used to enjoy swimming. Hey, I used to like going to the beach, but I don't do that anymore because I'm worried about my hair falling out and I can't wear that hat or I can't wear the hair fibers, right? That stuff is gone. All of that stuff, next summer, you can go and do that absolutely worry-free. You can start dating again. You can jump in the bed and you're not worried about someone finding that you've got hair fibers in there, or, you know, you don't got to wake up in the morning and you've got to fix that hair right before someone sees it. All of that stuff is gone. I want you to write a huge list of all the positives that are going to come from dealing with this hair loss situation that you are currently struggling with. Maybe your confidence is low now and you're not jumping for those job promotions, those changes in career, those new hobbies. You're not putting yourself out there, meeting new people, okay? You're not socializing as much. All of that stuff is gone, okay? I want you to write that list of all of that good stuff, like I just mentioned, that is gonna come from having dealt with this hair loss stuff once and for all. Next up, step 6, I want you to sit down, okay, distraction free, and give yourself some damn credit. Write a list. I always say this, but it's so true. Write a list of all the stuff that you are actually good at. All of the stuff that is good about you. Maybe you're super tall, maybe you're super quick, maybe you're really smart, maybe you can speak 3 languages, 2 languages. Maybe you're good at drawing, maybe you're good at people skills, maybe you're just kind, maybe you give to charity, maybe you're compassionate, maybe you're a devoted father, husband, whatever it is. Sit yourself down, really give yourself some genuine credit, and I want you to write a list of all the stuff that you are actually good at. You might be naturally athletic, academic, whatever it is, guys. I want you to write a list down. Stop worrying about things that you're not naturally good at and you don't have, and really focus on the stuff that you are actually good at and that you do have, the good stuff that you do have going on in your life. It might even be that you just got a great family unit, you've got great friends, whatever it is. There's so much stuff that we have going on that's good that we don't realize. So I want you to write that list, and I want that list to be at least 15 points. Now, by this point, right, you're focusing on those positives. You should begin to be at a point where you're realizing that the hair that you have left on your head is not actually responsible for those good things that you have going on. You should be starting to build up a bit of this belief, right, that you can actually take that step and move past it and live life happily, just with a sweet, clean, shaved head. But that brings us on to part 7. I talk about this a lot, and I want you to set some genuine, definitive goals, things that you want to achieve within the next month, 6 months, 1 year, and 5 years, okay? Seriously think about where you're at now and where you want to be, things that you want to get done, because I really think that to be sort of fulfilled, or at least work up to that, we need to be working towards something constantly. If we don't have things that we're trying to achieve, it's so easy just to get bogged down in your own thoughts, just really going over in our mind, dwelling on things like hair loss if we're not trying to achieve other stuff other more meaningful things, it's really easy to just get stuck in that place where we're just constantly thinking about things we don't have. And of course, for a lot of you watching this video, that is going to be this lovely head of hair, right? You really need to sit down, set some clear, definitive goals, things that you want to get done, write them down in a list, at least 5 things over the next year. Hopefully 10 things over the next 5 years. Right, step 8. Now that you've got those list of goals, right, I want you to pick the first few goals on that list, right? And I want you to begin writing a plan, just writing the different steps that you need to take to achieve those goals. Let's take a fitness goal because it's one that we can all understand. Maybe your goal is to run 1 mile in, let's say, 6 minutes. 6 minutes or under, right? That was your clear, definitive goal. Great goal, by the way. The plan, right, the steps you need to take to get there, okay? Grab yourself a book, jump on YouTube, learn more about running technique, how to train towards running. That is an action to help you get towards that goal, okay? Just educate yourself on better running technique or how to train towards it. There you go. That's an action you can take to help you reach and achieve that goal. Next, it might be, okay, I need to do at least 3 training runs a week to get there. Maybe you set yourself the time frame of 6 months. From now to 6 months, you want to be able to run 1 mile in under 6 minutes. To do that, I'm going to run at least 3 times a week. And through your, educating yourself on YouTube or whatever, you're going to learn about how's best to train, the technique, like I said, to get there. Okay, those are the steps. So for your first few goals, I want you to write down the steps you need to take to reach that goal. By this point in the list, you should be pumped. You should have set yourself some goals that you genuinely feel excited about achieving. You've recognized things that you're good at, and hopefully those 2 things link up. Your goals that you want to achieve and the things that you're good at are related. That is going to give you the best chance of success, of course. And step 9, like I said, by this point, you should be pumped to get going with this stuff. But we've still got the hair, right? We've still got that thing, the thinning hair. However, I hope that you're now realizing that actually it's of much less importance and less significance to all the stuff you've got going on in your life overall and the things that you want to achieve. And step 9, guys, you're gonna have to pick up the phone or get in touch with that person that you reached out to back in step 3, right? And we're gonna reach out to them and let them know, hey, I need to take action. This is where I need you. I've got my goals here. I've got loads of stuff I want to achieve. I've just got this one thing that is still holding me back. Now, if you can do that on your own, if that phone call is enough and they say, hey, that's awesome, I think you should go for it, which is why you've reached out to them in the first place, because you want their encouragement when you need it most. Maybe they just say, listen, man, just do it. And that is all you need. You've already got your razor there. Boom. You do it, okay? You need to just shave it off. You need to have enough faith in yourself, in the things you want to achieve, to just go for it. Just pull that trigger. Even if you're just thinking, hey, I'm going to try it out. Go for it. Do it. Maybe you need to get them in, get them round, crack open a beer, pour yourself a glass of wine, put your music on, whatever you want to do. Reach out to me. Jump in the comment section here at Baldcafe and tell people, hey, I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it tomorrow. You need to do it. Okay, you need to just do that final step, and I suggest that you get that person back in and they help you. Okay, guys, shave it off. Step 9 is to shave that hair off. Whether you go with the zero guard, then you just razor it. Just go with the clean zero guard, however you want to do it, whatever style you want to go for. Just shave it off. That is step 9. And that comes into step 10, which is going to be immediately after. Step 10, guys, you've shaved off that hair. You should be already feeling the relief, okay? The instant relief of having finally done it. It feels awesome, but you genuinely have to experience it to feel it. But step 9 was shaving it off, and step 10 is to start putting that plan of action in place, okay? You've got your goals, you know the steps you have to take, you've finally done it, you've shaved off that hair, now you begin acting on those goals. And I'm telling you, once you start focusing on those things that you genuinely want to achieve, you're showing off that new look to the world, all of that positive feedback has come in, you feel the relief of having finally done it, then you start to achieve these things that you set for yourself. Month 1 goal, smashed. Month 3 goal, smashed. It's looking good for your yearly goal. Boom, you've done it, you're setting yourself more goals, you're working hard at all of those things that you recognize that were good about yourself. I'm telling you, all of that worry all of those negatives that you wrote down early on in this list, all of those times, all of those pictures on your phone of your thinning hair, you'll look back and you'll be like, wow, I can't believe I'm in such a different place with this hair loss stuff now than where I was at then. And when you do it, you can jump on the Baldcafe Instagram, you can send us a little before and after, tell us about how it all went, jump in the comment section, guys. Okay, you're gonna start living and focusing on those things that you genuinely enjoy without that nagging hair loss being an issue in your life. I really think that these 10 steps, like I just outlaid there, I really hope that they can finally help you take action on it. I hope you feel pumped about this video, because all I want is for more and more guys who are struggling with this hair loss stuff, struggling with losing their hair, can just move past it. And like I said, recognize things that they're good at, focus on the stuff that they actually want to achieve. I really hope that these steps, have faith in them, guys, have faith in them, try them out. You've got nothing to lose. Try out these steps, finally take action on it, and you will be in a place where you're perfectly happy with your shaved, clean, fresh look, the new you, the 2.0, working on those goals. You've got a fresh new style, guys. I want to thank you so much for watching this video. I'm going to have more videos coming very soon, more inspiration from other guys who have done it, sharing their stories, other ways that can finally help you take action on it, guys. Live life bravely, confidently, as the brilliant man that you are. I will see you in that next video. Goodbye.
I swear I like your style. Put you in Chanel cause it's just perfect for your smile. Girl, I swear for you I'd run the world, I'd run the miles. The way you look at me, I think I'm going insane. It's crazy how we started out to what the love became.